Virtual reality. My favorite gaming niche for someone with no friends. Cause who needs them? I can build my own relationship with anyone in a virtual world. Much like... VR is now a commonplace in the gaming industry today, offering an immersive experience, but more as a separate entity than one to flat out replace it. And as an enthusiast like myself, owning numerous headsets alongside some tech demos beforehand, I've yet to actually discuss VR myself. You can consider the Virtual Boy as one, but VR didn't start making its round with stuff like the Oculus Rift being used for PC gaming in the early 2010s, which I've happened to at least try out demos for. But you see, the problem with primarily being a console gamer back then is that you don't have immediate access to a gaming powered PC to even try VR. So, when Sony announced that they're going to make their own VR headset that'll hook up to your PlayStation 4 console, that was an absolute dream come true for me. Sony would first reveal the headset during GDC 2014 as Project Morpheus, with a handful of games being revealed in E3 2015. To be fair, a few were most definitely treated as tech demos, which would get their own release to some capacity. Then you have Summer Lesson, a VR character communication demo with Project Morpheus developed by the Tekken team. That's right, Bandai Namco, the co-developers of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Yeah, this was an odd one to showcase for literally being one of the first games announced. It's supposed to show how immersive it can be to communicate with a character in virtual reality, but making that character a female quickly raised a few eyebrows, at least for the North Americans that is. But hey, can't say too much about it cause it's a tech demo. It's not like they're being too weird about it. Ah! The following year, after Project Morpheus was officially titled PlayStation VR, we had another Summer Lesson showcase during TGS 2016, featuring a schoolgirl. And this is where I started to, what's the right way of saying it? Question some things. In all honesty, I don't think Bandai Namco was actively trying to make suggestive content in VR, much like us lousy Americans do on Steam. But I know I can't be the only one asking just exactly how old this schoolgirl is. It's a cultural difference at the end of the day, but due to these obvious concerns I've mentioned is probably why Summer Lesson will never be localized in North America. One does find a way though. Yes! Summer Lesson ended up becoming a full-blown video game, releasing as a launch title in Japan for the PSVR on October 13th, 2016, following an Asian release releasing on April 27th of 2017. This one has English subtitles. Hikari Miyamoto. I feel like I should know that name. Oh, for the longest time, I always thought Summer Lesson was just a tech demo that nobody can legitimately play until I found out this was already printed on disc. To be fair, pretty much every tech demo shown off back when it was called Project Morpheus in 2015, Sony made every possible excuse to sell PlayStation VR World on retail. So yeah, this made the cut. Let us not forget the biggest highlight of the dumbest gaming purchase I've made yet. It came with a fucking tie. Yeah, I'm kinda shocked myself. There was a spontaneous day where a local game store I go to flexed that they have Summer Lesson for sale. I said I wanted it. The store owners asked if I wanted this tie since it technically comes with the purchase of the game. Sure. This is a legitimate licensed tie at that too. Must have been some kind of pre-order bonus back when the game first hit retail. Don't quote me on that though. Now, how exactly did both the game and the pre-order tie manage to make its way to Arizona in good condition is beyond me. Might as well take advantage of the tutoring life skill and try it out for myself. Fortunately, I do have my PSVR 2 handy because PSVR 1 games are backwards compatible on the PS5. Okay, the game still works. I just gotta
make do with old tech.
So, this is most definitely a summer vacation cafe. A little strange that there's no one to be seen here. Although my vacation got interrupted by a phone call telling me I gotta do a quick 7-day tutor with Hikari Miyamoto daily in hopes of improving a last-minute study for school.
We've all been there before, completely ignored the assignment until the night before.
First things first, I gotta have my face-to-face introduction with Hikari.
No. What am I doing? Isn't this borderline house invasion?
Look, I ain't trying to play with this girl in the first place, so I'm just gonna say no. Yes, I have to physically nod my head either up and down or shake my head to respond to a yes or no question.
Video games.
While the game does have English subtitles, whenever Hikari gets uncomfortably close, they fade away and I have no clue what the hell she's trying to tell me. Basically, she's telling me that she's bad at all of her classes, and studying isn't really the most important thing in the world.
Well, it's time to teach this girl a summer lesson.
See, she literally doesn't believe that I'm a tutor, and is gonna tell on her mother.
Then don't invade a girl's bedroom who you've never met before.
Okay, but now that she knows I'm her tutor, she seems pretty ecstatic to boost those grades now. Again, I know it's not supposed to be that kind of intentional, but I've got a bad feeling about this. So, the meat of the game has you plan your studying course by picking one of 4 topics you'd like to tutor with a chart displaying which criteria you want the girl to excel at. Kind of like an RPG. Honestly, anything to boost creativity so she can live up to her father's name and create more masterpieces.
Memorization. Damn it.
I do have to engage in some kind of small talk during our break sessions. You'd later on acquire more chat topics over time with bonus points to boost those stats. Lucky item. I don't know what to say here because I'm questioning the fact that a maid outfit is one of them with a description saying something to look forward to. I do love cake, so let's start with that. You might be thinking I'm just staring at a girl trying to study hard, but remember, I'm a mute character. 3 random bubbles pop up. I'm just gonna say take it easy, because I know what anxiety is like. Huh. So I guess that's already the end of our study session then. She's gonna get an average stamp. Hikari then takes a moment to show me her friends playing in the pool. For a moment I was anticipating a whole lot of bikinis, but there's literally nobody in the picture, just a random stock image of a swimming pool. Oh, but the cake? She wants to feed me? Wait a second, I have to feed her myself as well?
I swear to God, this has to be some kind of kink. Woo! Okay, that was great.
But it's kind of embarrassing after all?
You think?
So that's what Valve has been trying to tell me for the past decade. Now it's the end of the day. You get your daily report, bonus rewards for completing any task, then you rinse and repeat. Study, break, something to look forward to, and report. Study, break, something to look forward to, and report. Study, break, something to look forward to, and report. Study, break, something to look forward to, and report.
Is that literally all the game has to offer?
Over time, I started to realize that whenever these 3 bubbles pop up during the study session, you have to choose the best teaching policy. For example, when you try to cheer for the girl who's just trying to read, it's not going to be effective, but telling her to take it slow and steady, understanding logic, she's going to excel. There's also, something to look forward to. The maid outfit is exactly how you expect to play out, operating inside a cafe with no one around. You can't make her do the spin until she actually gets pissed off at you,
ちょっと先生、いい加減にして。
and then she'll force feed you more snacks. There's also this 4-minute fireworks sequence which felt like it went on for over an hour. Hikari didn't have any friends to go check out the fireworks with, so I had no choice but offered to go together, and resulted in what may be the most depressing firework experience I've ever had. I should have been playing Fantavision this whole time.
You can easily complete a playthrough of Summer Lesson in less than an hour. There are 3 different endings depending on how well Hikari performs based on your tutoring skills, but that only equates to just pick one of the 3 choice bubbles. As a game, well, really isn't much of one. As a simulator, there's not much to it. As a tech demo, this isn't gonna wow people to the extent of others like Ocean Descent or the Resident Evil Kitchen demo. There's hardly any substance to this game, with 0 replay value. I mean, look at the trophy list.
Clear the game for the first time. Clear the game at least 3 times. Clear the game at least 7 times. Make your student angry at least once. Make your student angry at least 10 times. Summer Lesson is a goddamn trilogy, and they're the exact same thing, with the only difference being different girls to tutor.
Summer Lesson is pretty harmless at the end of the day. It's not supposed to be a sexy VR dating game like many would assume. However, based from what I've played, I could see why this was never going to get a North American release with those assumptions in mind. Although, you are not missing out from having to replay the game like 7 times just so you can get all the PlayStation trophies. Now, with that being said, Shadow of the Colossus on the other hand is one of the greatest video games of all time, and I still need to replay it like 5 more times just so I can max out my stamina and climb the Shrine of Worship for once in my life.